Greetings, Saintsmen. This is Mr. Granados, and I'm going to welcome you guys to the 2024-2025 school year. I'm going to go over a few things for you guys to be prepared for the first day, and actually your first assignment, which is due on the first day, which is going to be Thursday, August 15th. So let's kind of dive into some things. I'm going to walk you guys through the syllabus. We're not going to do this during class. The idea, though, is by the end, you guys do need, and I'm just going to tell you your assignment right from the beginning. This parent signature contact page needs to be filled out, and then it's going to need to be scanned and submitted in the PDF format in Canvas. This is one of our most important assignments. It's a mandatory assignment. It is worth class points. It's literally to fill out a piece of paper and take a picture of it. But I do require all of the files that are submitted in this course to be submitted in the PDF format. So going through here, a few things. My email address, sgranados@sahs.org, is going to be the best method of contact. I'm usually will reply same day, if not within 24 hours. So for you and your parents trying to get a hold of me, this is your best bet. There is an SHS online. That's kind of fake news for you guys. I know this is what your guys' emails are, but my school email is this one. I had an issue a couple years ago where these were not, for some reason, going through and being forwarded to my sahs.org account appropriately. So you guys, of course, by the first day will find me, room 320. I'm on the second floor of Villanova Hall. My extension, this is for your parents, and this is actually not a great way to reach me for my extension 5518. I try to clear out voicemails, but again, I will call if somebody needs that, but again, try to get a hold of me via email. I do, and I've had this in for a couple of years now. We're in a rapidly changing technological environment. And so sometimes things happen, and I may have to change some of the elements of this syllabus. So this isn't just some sort of a contract that we have, but if there are any critical elements of this that need to change, they will be changed in Canvas and will be posted as permanent changes to the course. I have your guys' class days and times for the blocks that you may have me. The textbook is the Big Ideas Math textbook by Larson. I'm going to be utilizing the 2015 edition. I know that there's a separate edition that's a little bit newer, and there are some revisions in it. It actually changes it's just a handful of problems. I do have the book available. I have a link where it's available electronically, but in class, you must have a hard copy of the book to work out of. I do not let students use an electronic copy during class. So you may not use a phone or a laptop. There'll be no communication devices. Students will be using paper, pencil, and these textbooks. My tutoring hours. So I have tutoring hours are office hours every single day. So the school has the mandated Tuesdays and Fridays for the first hour of the day. Additionally, I'm available on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at lunchtime. So every single day of the week, you can find me. One of the things where I get a little frustrated with students is that they presume that I'm going to be available on Tuesdays and Fridays at lunch, and I'm not. It's just I have that availability in the mornings. So sometimes there are various campus events, or I might have a supervision or something comes up. I will give you guys notice ahead of time. That happened, I think, twice last year. Just shooting you guys some notice, but I am available. So please don't storm the castle gates. Don't come to me Tuesday at lunch. You're here for office hours and tell me that's what I'm doing, because it's very clear when these are. I'm available more than almost any other teacher on this campus, and that I'm available every single day. Moreover, I'm not available after school. You might be able to catch me for 2 minutes at the end of the day as I'm leaving, but I have my own responsibilities as well, including in the spring. I'm one of our coaches on campus, and I coach off campus with our baseball program. So as soon as the bell rings at 2 o'clock, I'm typically running out, and it's a bad time to find me. So there's plenty of time to find me every single day. There's ample time, and just make sure that you guys are taking me up on that. The next thing is just a curricular thing. The only thing I'm going to review with this is that when you matriculate from this course next year, you're going to go into either Algebra 2 or to Algebra 2 with trig. One thing is that we require both semesters for you to have an 85% in order to qualify for Algebra 2 with trig, which is considered the more advanced track, especially for those students who are trying to enter an honors or an AP math course by the end of their Saints career. So just something to keep in mind. It is at 85%. It is in our math guidelines and in the student handbook. In terms of supplies, you guys are required to have number two pencils. You may not sharpen pencils during class, so make sure that you have several. You must write in pencil. You do need red pens because we're going to do corrections, which I'll go over in class, the correcting procedure. We'll do that for the first time this Friday once we have worked on an assignment. I asked that you buy a composition notebook. So I'm going to go over a few things, guys. This is, it's funny how inexpensive some of these materials really are. Let me just minimize this guy here. Like for example, a composition notebook, these are $1 here on Amazon. You can get them, it's the same price. Walmart, CVS has these. It's a composition notebook. Could you guys see the binding here? It's bound and there's no spiral. You may not have a spiral notebook. I actually have written detentions for students who cannot follow this. And I also will confiscate those notebooks as well. They may not be in my class. You will need, let's go back to the materials. I mentioned red pens. Again, gentlemen, I'm not trying to beat you guys up with all these extra costs, and I know you may not get a chance to get to the store before the end of the week, but I mean, many of you have Amazon Prime. You can have these things delivered to your house next day. 10 pack of these are $1.28. So again, I'm very mindful of these things, trying not to beat you guys up with cost. The next thing one of the next things that we'll talk about is your calculator. So you may have a graphing calculator, a TI-84 or above. I highly recommend the Texas Instrument brand of calculator. There, again, you can get a scientific calculator, one of these guys right here. This is what you're looking for. You guys see on here, let's get this image to come up. You guys see that it says SIN, COS, and TAN. That's what you need to have. Make sure that those three buttons exist. I know some of you guys get Casios. I can't really help troubleshoot when you have questions and issues. It takes me a little while, but I can answer your Texas Instruments questions very quickly and readily. Again, this is $9.48 on Amazon. Similar pricing, between 10 and 15 bucks if you guys go to an actual store like Target or Target or Walmart or CVS again. These, if you pay a little more and get a different, it looks like it's the same cost. So we don't want the red one, but here you go, raspberry. That's close enough to a school color purple. But this is what you guys are looking for. These TI-30 series, TI-30X in particular, this guy's got a solar battery. So they're excellent. They're durable. I know people who still have theirs from high school. I still have my same Texas Instruments TI-83 calculator that I've had for about 25 years now. So just a note. Going back to here we go. Syllabus, the protractor. Ooh, that's what I had up just a moment ago. So this is a protractor that's inside of here it's a compass protractor set. Again, $4. You will need a compass soon. We'll start doing constructions next week. So you're going to want to acquire one of these things. The compass is this thing with the little needle and then the pencil. And then you guys can see in this little 2-pack, the protractor is right behind it, this little plastic piece. We're going to really use those as straight edges, though. You guys will see. I actually don't have a ton of use for those to measure angles. Graph paper and college loose leaf paper or to do this in a 3-ring binder is another way. If you don't want to do a comp book, then you guys can just do a little 3-ring binder and just put a bunch of paper in it. I'm fine with that. I'm pretty flexible with that. But you do need to keep all of your notes throughout the entire semester. Okay, so that's critical because you will be graded on that. It actually is worth a test grade. So if you were taking your notes, excuse me, not a test grade, but a quiz grade. So it winds up being a way for students to get an easy and quick A. Again, you need an actual physical copy of the textbook. And we will be doing, I actually am a streamer. So you guys are going to see that I'm going to do some live streams, in particular prior to our tests and quizzes. So it's actually on my syllabus. No, not on my syllabus. It's actually on my Canvas page, which I'll go over briefly here and show you guys around in terms of my Twitch account. where I stream some instruction. Homework is every single day. So we will do that. And it's funny, it says including on the weekends, but your homework, gentlemen, is going to be, you guys are going to see the format of the course. We actually take our notes for the class. And let's go ahead and just go into Canvas right now. Around. So in Canvas, for example, you guys are going to see like your very first assignments, and I'm going to publish this shortly here for you guys right after I'm done making this video. But you see I have a YouTube link, and you're going to wind up watching these videos and taking notes. Once you do that, and all of these, they're only about somewhere between 15 to 25 minutes. I have a couple that are longer than that throughout the semester, but you're going to wind up taking your notes, and when you come to class, you're going to need to be able to complete problems based upon this. So it might take you a little bit long. You might actually stop, rewatch some things, and then be able to come to class ready to rock. So there we go. I mean, that's what this is. There's once we actually get to class, you guys see page 8/9 for lesson 1.1, 3 through 43. We do that in class, and that's what you guys are going to do this Friday. So all of the problem sets are completed with me. At the end of that, you need a device that's going to scan it, and then you're going to submit it in the .pdf format. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to show you here actually on Canvas. So again, real quick on the homepage in Canvas, this right here is a link for the textbook. Here are all the lecture notes actually, without video. But here is a video that a recent Saints grad, a guy from the class of 2024, completed and it's up on YouTube and gives, using an iPhone, how to take a picture and put it into the .pdf format right away. And then again, I have a link to my Twitch channel for when it's time for that, and some other kind of housekeeping sort of things. And then you guys will see the assignments is just where I post everything. I have my weightings for here. This is going to wind up getting split in half this year. I'm going to wind up holding you guys accountable as well for the work that we do in class. So just to give you guys a heads up, because we do a little bit every single day. Math placement that came up earlier in terms of acceleration, and just some other things in terms of some disciplinary issues for you guys. One, I notably do write dress codes. I do enforce that within, enforce our school rules. So there's a few things I want to make sure that you guys, in particular, just a heads up, make sure that you're clean shaven. I write dress codes for shaving mostly on Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays as soon as we're back from the weekend, and then Wednesdays, with mass. In terms of expectations, there is address some things. One, you may bring water, drink all the water you want, but you may not have any food in my class unless you were in my classroom for office hours and lunch. But other than that, there's no eating in my class. I have here cell phone use is prohibited. The only time I actually allow it is a 5-minute window when you guys are submitting your assignments at the very end of class. The only time those things are going to come out. Otherwise, those things are going to be docked during class. If I see a cell phone, I literally will confiscate it, and you can only get it back to actually through student services. So you're going to have to go through the student services office. You may not record me. I'm producing plenty of recordings of myself. So when we are in class, you may not take video or audio recording of me. If you do so, you will be written a referral to the Office of Student Services. And again, academic integrity, we're going to talk a lot about this, but I'm big on this. If I don't think that you're doing your own work, I'm going to sit down or if something looks funny on one of your assessments, I will set you aside and ask you to recomplete something. If you can't do it, this is what we're agreed upon. I will, again, write a referral to the Office of Student Services. I'm also big in terms of punctuality. Make sure that you're here at my class on time. If you are late, the bell has rung, then you walk through the door, I will ask you to go to the office for a pass in which you will receive a detention after block 1. Test corrections. Big thing here in terms of test corrections is that, did I ever find my routing policy? Did that go? Oh yeah, sorry. Let's go back a little bit because that's going to go in terms of test corrections. Just to let you guys know, I'm one of the nice teachers on campus. There's many of them. They pretend to be, happy and sweet. And then when it comes down to grading, I do round to the nearest 10th to the nearest percentage point. So, again, 89.7, I will, is rounded to a 90%, just to give you guys an idea. And then you'll see this in Canvas, but then my school app, I actually have to transfer grades into. So it may look like it's a B on Canvas, but when I enter the grade as a letter grade, it gets entered in appropriately on my school app. And sometimes mistakes are made. We'll talk about the end of the semester, but yes, ahead of time, I do round only to the nearest percentage. I will not just give you a completely different grade. Like if you have an 89.4, obviously that rounds down to an 89 and would just be a B. If you receive less than a C on a test, so less than a 70%, at a 70, we're moving on. But less than that, you can do test corrections that will come. We're going to cross that bridge when we get there. And you guys will do those with me in class when you qualify. This is the only thing you can do to remediate your grade. This is the only thing of like, people get to the end of the semester. Hey, Mr. Granados, what can I do to bring my grade up? Well, there's nothing anymore. When the, tests are given, you guys have to correct them. They usually give you about a week deadline. And you got to come in and if you qualify, do it. I have students who kind of struggle with test taking. This is why I started doing this and really take advantage of this to kind of, improve their grades, because they may have a good understanding of the course material, but just kind of struggle with tests. So this kind of helps those guys out. That said, I've got to get you guys to print this thing, and then you do not bring me a printed copy. You're going to scan it, and you're going to submit it in Canvas electronically, and that's it. So welcome to the school year, Saintsmen. I'm looking forward to the first day. Thanks.